going on, Jerome's? So it's been a while. It's been a while since the Minnesota Vikings have had themselves a certified offensive genius / guru at the offensive play calling / head coach position. Like, Brian Billick from back in the day when he was OC, and then he won a Super Bowl with the Ravens. Brad Childress and his kick-ass offense, going back to Jerry Burns, right? But Kevin friggin' Connell. Kevin, oh my goodness, O'Connell. So he's definitely grown and shown in his first 2 years. Was great out of the gate. Got some of the best ball out of Kirk Cousins. And KOC, so he's trying to get out of Sean McVay's shadow, which should be easy to do since McVay is like 2 feet tall and O'Connell's like 6'5". But becoming his own man, getting his own respect, I think he's certainly doing that with the Vikings. And throughout the years, like Kevin O'Connell has had some interesting stops. So first off, Kevin O'Connell was QB coach of Washington in 2017, the year before Kirk Cousins got paid by the Vikings. So in a weird way, we have Kevin O'Connell to blame for the Kirk Cousins era. Yeah. But of course, Kevin O'Connell and Kirk got together, and frankly, is easily some of the best ball of Kirk Cousins' career, especially after seeing him with the Falcons. And just rewatching that game, Cousins has zero mobility. That Achilles ain't right, man. It's not good to go. But now we do have a new era so moving on from Kirk to Cousins, and then he's like jealous because we got a divorce, and then we moved on with a 21-year-old blonde. It happens, man. But even though J.J. McCarthy's on the shelf this year, the future is insanely bright, and the Vikings have an insanely bright head coach as well as offensive play caller and just a guy who gets it. And also, a long story longer, with Slinging Sam Darnold having, frankly, the best game of his career in his Vikings debut on the road, you got to ask, is Kevin O'Connell now a certified quarterback whisperer? Because the allegations are there, and I don't think that he's going to beat the allegations that he is, in fact, a quarterback whisperer. So let's go through. Like we said, he was quarterback's coach Washington, where Kirk Cousins got paid. Got paid. Because remember, Kurt in Washington before that, like he was playing the franchise tag game. Kirk Cousins is the only player in NFL history that Daniel Snyder didn't throw long-term money at. I think that's telling. But he got Kurt paid here in Minnesota, and then he had Kurt playing some of the best ball of his career. Also, should be noted, he won a Super Bowl with the Rams as Matthew Stafford's OC. Stafford gives Kevin O'Connell profusive praise for that season. Plus, after Kurt got hurt, he had 6 quarters of insane football with the Passionate. Like the second half of the Falcons game, and like I guess most of the Saints game. I mean, that was some of the most fun football out there. And it is Kevin O'Connell. So we do have issues with the way that O'Connell managed things towards the end of last season, but also like he was making chicken salad out of chicken bleep, given the situation that the Vikings were on their 4th freaking quarterback. But he adjusted with Dobbs. Like he was making. It's like there's college football. They're doing hand signals and stuff as Dobbs was literally just learning the offense. Kind of funny, man. Nick Mullins averaged 370 yards passing a game in his 3 starts. And, I mean, Mullins is like, hey, I'm throwing 4 touchdowns a day, either this team or the other team. I don't know. Jaron Hall. And then you got Darnold having the best game of his career, like we said, in his Vikings debut. And then the instant connection with J.J. McCarthy as the quarterback of the future. So even if you could say, well, he's not a quarterback whisperer yet. I mean, the groundwork is there, and you do have to feel really damn good about McCarthy and Kevin O'Connell going forward. And also McCown and Udinski stick around for a hot second. Like, Vikings might have it made. And I do think that O'Connell's time as an NFL quarterback and understanding the strengths and weaknesses of every player that he coaches, I think that is a massive asset. And things are just going to get better and better because the Vikings got weapons all over the place. They might have the makings of a solid offensive line, which if that happens, game over, man. Game over. Plus, I do love that O'Connell, like, he's a quarterback. Like, obviously he wants to throw the ball, but putting the ego aside and just like, hey, we have to be able to run the ball this year. And that's exactly what they're doing. So I think Kevin O'Connell is a great offensive innovator. I think that he's He's had stumbles his first 2 years, but I think that he's learning and growing and showing that, and that's all that you can do. And I think that he does have a great positive mindset for some of these young quarterbacks, and I think the Vikings got themselves a good one. Don't get me wrong. Jumping Jim Harbaugh a couple years ago would have been certainly fun. Who's got it better than us? Nobody, but I think Kevin O'Connell's the guy. I think Kevin O'Connell is indeed the freaking guy, and I don't think he's going to beat these quarterback whisper allegations, which is pretty fantastic, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. Is Kevin O'Connell now a certified quarterback whisperer? Let us know your thoughts. Our thoughts, comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.